my best friend growing up, his name is Brian. His mom's name is Kathy. She messaged me on Facebook and was like, I was watching my favorite show, NCIS Origins, and there was this guy. He looked just like you. Was that you? And I was like, that is me. You are the only person to come by it, honestly. So cheers to Kathy Johnson. Thank you so much.
Kathy Johnson is the only demographic that still watches those shows. So there you go.
Well, that's probably true. I'm sure they're great. I don't know.
If you knew more friends in that demographic, you'd have gotten contacted more.
I wish I should get new friends. Is that what you're telling me?
No. Well, yes, that too.
Hey, watch him! With Dan and Tony! Hey, watch him! With Dan and Tony! It's like watching, yeah!
Welcome to Hate Watching with Dan and Tony. I am Dan.
I am Tony.
Well, Tony screwed up this week.
I did screw up this week. I slept right through our deadline. Totally forgot to put up a From the Vault because I know everybody likes old episodes. Because let's face it, if you're watching this episode, you probably didn't watch an episode that was 200 weeks ago. Because this is probably your first time here. But anyhow, yeah, I forgot to post them. So we have this. I think this is the first week since we started that nothing was posted.
Really? It is literally the first week that we truly missed putting up something.
That I completely messed up. So I think I ruined our streak. Maybe we should end the show. I think I broke the streak.
Well,
no one's going to watch the show anymore, Dan.
Well, based on the last two episodes, nobody is watching the show.
Oh, no, it's not going well. Oh, boy.
If I thought Werewolves was going to have bad viewership, oh, my God, Little Evil has very bad viewership.
Thanks, Adam Scott. Jeez.
After we did whatchamacallit, that got a big bunch of views, 163 or something.
Oh yeah,
a lot of people
Superman.
Thumbs down.
Yeah, Superman. Always going to be controversial when you don't like James Gunn Superman. Yeah.
So this week, Tony picked a movie. I'm sitting here. I'm like, am I sure I watched the right movie? Because I didn't. I remembered it a certain, but this is the movie. Wouldn't that be funny if we both watched different movies? We had to do two movies.
I would actually love that. Maybe we should start doing them 2-hour-long episodes where we each do a movie.
You got to guess what the movie is. Then we watch movies, and then hopefully we both watch the same movie.
We have to guess based on your review of it.
Yeah, you get a couple of context clues.
I love it.
Then we both watch movies.
I'm in.
Tony, what movie did we watch this week?
So I was I was going to be on a plane ride, a 6-hour plane ride from New York to LA last night. And I was like, I need something that's easy, digestible, and probably very stupid. And I think I nailed it. I think I really crushed that out of the park. We're doing Will Ferrell's Opus, Land of the Lost.
Nopus.
Hey!
2009, hour and 41 minutes. Him and Danny McBride and a woman that she seemed familiar, but I looked up her work and I'm like, I've seen something of hers.
Doesn't have a ton. Yeah, I was surprised. I mean, she's great. You know, she does just fine.
She's great or she's fine?
Well, she does
two very different things.
She doesn't do anything where I'm like, well, you shouldn't work. You know what I mean?
Oh, sure.
I can't say I felt that way about Will. You know,
Will Ferrell as well. Is this a movie that you saw Will Ferrell do and you thought, yeah,
here's my problem with this movie using Will Ferrell. Because he's technically straight man, right? But he can't play that character. So, when he's giving scientific jargon, it sounds like Will is doing a character of a scientist giving fake scientific jargon. You already lost the premise of your own movie, in my opinion.
They didn't start with a true premise of who's what they're good at. They didn't do what you have to do in a movie, which is like, here's your guy. This is who he is. This is where he needs to get to. And he learns whatever lessons he needs to learn to get there.
Yeah. No.
This also felt like, and none of the three characters had that. So you had nothing going on.
There's no character arcs at all.
This felt like an improv where you do the hour, like a half an hour long improv, and you get off stage, and you're like, never really found it. It was kind of,
It went okay. The audience was there, but like we never really connected. We never really felt that we found that story, because you do have those shows, especially in long form improv, where you're just going from like scene to scene, and you're like we're circling, we're circling something, but we never quite pin it down. I love that, Dan. That's very good.
because
That's very, very accurate.
nobody is like exactly good at something or is delusional in a really specific, understandable way.
Yeah.
They just jump around from like, oh, I'm going to be this now. Oh, I'm good at science. I'm not good at science. I want to kill Chaka. I don't want to kill Chaka. I don't know who is Chaka. Like, the woman can understand Chaka, but maybe she can't understand Chaka. You're like, okay.
She definitely can 90% of the time flawlessly. And then when it serves the plot, she can't understand.
And then there's the guy that played Chaka, which is one of the Lonely Island guys played Chaka.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Whatever it is. Plinim, whatever his name is. Nim, whatever his name is.
I don't think it's Nerm. I don't know all of their names, but I don't think
is it Akiva or is it the other one?
Yeah, great.
It's one of those guys.
Is it the guy who is in Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
It's not that guy. It's not the Brooklyn Nine-Nine guy. It's one of the other two the two guys that don't get to be on screen.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Now we know why.
Oh, man.
And then Danny McBride is in there, and he's just having fun. He's just like, I'm going to throw lines out. I don't really care.
I don't think Danny McBride got a script. I don't think they ever, because he never seems to really fully know what's going on. He's just kind of like throwing out jokes. And I was like, I think Danny just showed up to set and was like, "What? I don't give a shit what we're doing. Just point the cameras and I'll say some stuff." I don't know. That's not bad. I'm not knocking it, because he was the only time I laughed in this movie. It was like a couple of McBride moments. But I don't know if he knew what was going on in the movie. I have no idea.
I don't think that there's one Will Ferrell bit that I laughed at, but none of his lines worked.
No, I honestly think it's because his character just doesn't feel real, which just sounds stupid sometimes when you say that, but like, it is a caricature and not a very good one.
Yeah. Well, and you either have to make him think he has a bunch of tools, and then those tools fail, which lead to things going south. But they do like these comedic setups in the middle of the thing where you're like, yeah, no human being would do that.
Yeah.
And then they would stop for like when you're having a battle, they'd almost like stop for a monologue and be like, "Here's my friend," da 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 da, and there'd be no tension. Yeah. There's never any tension in this movie. So you're like,
no, that is correct.
I don't really care about if they get home. I don't care if they save the Earth. I don't really care.
Yeah, and usually, so like this character, right? This is a common character where it's a scientist who is right about something, but the world thinks he's wrong. So usually they lose faith in themselves a little bit, and then they kind of have to like regain it. Something, but this is like a weird thing where he's like super arrogant, and yet the world is like, you're an idiot. And then it turns out he's right. But then he's a complete idiot through most of the movie and does all of the things wrong, to the point where Danny McBride's character goes, "Do you ever get sick of being wrong?" And he's like, "I do. I'm sick of it." And then at the end, he's a genius. Like, it doesn't even make sense. You have to pick a lane here. He's either like a misunderstood genius or he's a lucky idiot. One of those two, but he can't be all of those things mixed together at different points. It doesn't make any sense.
Those things all glued together just leaves us going like, well, huh?
What just happened? Well, I don't understand any of it.
Yeah.
It's weird because she treats him like a genius. She's like, "You're the smartest man alive." And then the the evil scientist Lizard is like, "We're smarter than these people." But then he's an idiot. He does everything wrong. He doesn't do one thing right. The whole movie, I don't know. It's very confusing.
And when they have to at the end, he has to like sort of deal with these crystals, and you're like, you need to have him explain
science.
He has to be able to explain it to us.
Yes, correct.
And believe what he's saying. Whenever he's explaining something to us, I don't believe that he believes himself.
Because I don't think, and this is not a knock on Will Ferrell, but I don't think he understands the words. Oh, I don't know if he. I think he could if he knew what he was saying. I don't think what he's saying is like resonating with him. I think that's the problem. It's just like jarbled words on a page where he's just regurgitating it. But he's like, I don't know what this science. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Doesn't work. Oh well.
Yeah, oh well, what are you going to do? Let's talk about Danny McBride, who I don't generally like that much, but he is the best part of this movie.
He's the best part of the movie. I think it takes him, I don't know if there was any setups until like the second half of the movie that I thought worked. The better stuff I thought was
sure. No. It takes a while because he starts so hot. Terrible. As a character, he comes in as just like this misogynist asshole, and it takes a while for him to like become less sure of himself and then get funny.
You're right. Weird. There's definitely 2 or 3 like lurid jokes at the beginning that you're like, wait, what's happening?
His first scene, he comes in as like, this is the perfect woman, huge boobs and no head. Like, what? That can't be our character introduction. That's not okay. That's too much. You're coming in way too hot here.
Especially if it's just going to be 2 men and a woman.
Right. Yep. Nope.
That's an equation. Okay. So we set up this tear in space. We meet a spaceman. He gets eaten by a dinosaur. Set up for nothing, right? We didn't. Did we even need that?
We don't see his body. Nobody talks about it, as far as I can tell. A guy disappears off the Earth, and we never talk about it. That's pretty weird, right?
Yeah.
But also, he's an astronaut, so he's pretty smart. I think, based on what I know about NASA or whatever.
Sure.
There are 3 moons in the sky, and he's like, I'm supposed to be in Albuquerque, but I don't think I'm there. It's like, you know you're not there. You could look in the sky and be like, well, this isn't Earth. I don't understand it. I'm very confused. I also don't, just in general, can you explain to me where this is, how you get there? The science was very weird to me.
Oh, it's just a portal to another dimension. And then for whatever reason, that portals open up randomly and dump random stuff from all sorts of different places.
And that's why I'm confused.
Yeah, why
it seems confused? Arbitrary.
It is arbitrary.
Doesn't seem to solve it. If he was if he figured out how to track where they pop up, and that was his science in the movie, I was like, that's cool. But he has some sort of device that maybe amplifies what's going on or something.
He's got a Ghostbusters backpack that they referred to initially as the tachyon amplifier. And then I believe later they refer to it as a tachyon meter or detector. And you're like, hold on a second. Your primary piece of tech. See, what the movie should have been is they should have had the piece of tech with them. And then they have to repair the piece of tech to get things rolling. Sure. And you're like, okay,
like this is fine. Timeline or whatever. Wait, is it, what's that? What's the Paul Walker movie? That great Paul Walker movie? Where he travels in time. Sure. It's based on a book, a very famous book. What's like the famous time travel book?
Time Tunnel.
All right. Is it not Timeline?
The Time Traveler's brother's wife? Isn't that like that?
Isn't that like a romance movie?
Yeah, I think so.
Paul Walker time travel movie. Timeline. It's called Timeline. All right. Yeah. Anyhow, don't worry. I lost what I was even talking about, but everyone go watch Paul Walker's Timeline. It's great.
Go watch it.
Also only has 13% on Rotten Tomatoes, so maybe we'll watch it at some point.
So the basic premise of this is when they finally get thrown through the portal, then they just have to get the thing back.
Yeah. Yeah, they just have to find it.
And it plays a chorus line.
The dinosaurs love to steal it. I don't know why they're attracted to it, but it's fine.
Nope, no explanation. So our big setup is he is on the Today Show with Matt Lauer, and
He's a bad guy, right? Am I remembering that right? Did we cancel him?
He gone. He
Okay,
got thrown
I
out.
thought so.
I think he had like a button that would lock his door, on his desk.
Uh-oh.
I think there was something that had to do with that button.
Okay,
That's
probably not great.
You don't want to be the guy that has the button. Everybody's like,
buttons are bad.
So you can push a button and I'm trapped in here with you. Is that what you're telling me?
Secret locking buttons are never good.
No.
That's only reserved for like evil villains. Yeah.
So he's a quantum paleontologist. So he knows about dinosaurs and he knows about portals, but
does he though?
He never seems like he really knows about dinosaurs.
Or portals, Dan. He doesn't know anything. He's an idiot.
He seems to know more about portals than he does about dinosaurs. Something about $50 million. He's smoking a pipe, transdimensional energy. He tries to leave the interview, and then he and Matt Lauer fight.
Well, so here's where I started, and this happens very quickly. I'm confused. Matt Lauer brings up his detractors or whatever, or critics. He's like, your critics. And he's like, my critics. As if he didn't know that he has critics, which is very confusing because the entire scientific community thinks he's an idiot.
Yeah.
How does he not know he does? I don't know. I was like, this character already seems crazy.
I mean, it's so easy. It's like, he's on there. The Today Show thing falls apart. He goes back to the university. They kick him out of the university.
Great.
There he is. He meets the woman. She has a VW bug. She drives him out to the spot. They go to land loss. That's unnecessary.
Pretty easy. Yep.
Oh, we do 3 years later.
Yeah, like there's a time gap, which is why
did we need a time gap?
You don't need it. You don't need a time gap because his career should just be dying, right? I don't know.
He's given a presentation talking about travel and time to kids.
To children.
And
is that funny? Is that funny? I don't know. I didn't think it was funny.
It's funny because the kids are the first people to get laughs in the movie.
Well, okay, sure.
You see that, and this is your classic comedy where they're like, "What's a funny thing we could do?" He's now talking to kids, and you're like, "Why is he talking to kids?"
Yeah, for what purpose?
Well,
they don't care.
They don't care. But it'll be funny because the kids could say funny things, and the kids say some funny things.
Kids do say funny things. Kids are assholes, man.
What if you shot a huge spaceship full of pot at the sun? Would everybody get stoned? Do dinosaurs have boobs? Okay, that's funny.
Great question.
And then
Inquiring minds.
Holly Cantrell shows up. I think you're brilliant. He's like, you're right. She's
confusing.
She's your setup to get them to the place where they need to go to use the thing because he sees that she has a fossil that has an impression of the lighter that he owns.
Yeah. Lighters can just be the same size, though, like the fact that it's his. Oh, did it have the words on it?
Or something on it?
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right. So now, here's why I'm a little confused, right?
Yep.
Because this is a alternate timeline or another dimension. It's not the past.
Well, ostensibly, the lighter gets dropped and stepped on by the dinosaur, and so that is the fossil that she finds in the future.
But how? Because it's not the past.
Oh, because it probably fell through the portal into the past, I guess.
See, this is important stuff because when we go into the time, when we go through the portal, we're not technically in the past.
No,
it's the past. It's the present. It's probably part of the future. Like it's an alternate dimension of some sort because it has stuff from now, it has stuff from before, and it has stuff from the future.
Sure.
How did this become a fossil that she then found?
Because a dinosaur stepped on it.
I understand. I know how it made the impression in the rock, Dan. What I'm saying is, how did that rock go to the past and then she found it in the present?
Which, of course, doesn't make any sense because if dinosaur stepped on the lighter, it would just crush the lighter. It wouldn't impress it into the ground.
If not, listen, you have bad lighters, okay? My lighters are impervious to pressure.
So he like throws her out or something, which doesn't make any sense. Oh no,
Sure,
she leaves.
yeah. She probably just takes off. He's a loser.
But then in the next scene, she comes back to find him.
Passed out on the ground, covered in food.
Because he food binged and he does like a whole bit about I went to Del Taco and then I went to Pizza Hut.
I
And
think
then
bit is a bit of a strong word for what just happens
he
here.
thinks it's a bit. It's like a Tony
I
bit.
guess that's probably true. Yeah, no, didn't find anything interesting in
14,000 calories.
there. Sure, been there. That's
She-
like a Tuesday night.
She sees the tachyon amplifier. She's like, "You did it! You built it!" And then it plays a chorus line. I think I did it. I think I did it.
Yeah, what?
Well,
Just
that's to
'cause
set
it's
up
funny, yeah.
set up the thing at the when they're at the pterodactyl nest.
Sure.
That's
So
what
you
that
think they
is.
wrote that scene first? You think they were like, you know what would be funny? Is if he has to get through these pterodactyl and they're listening to a chorus line that cheers him on. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Because that's how I write. I write the
Well, sure. I get
and
that.
then I go back
I'm
and
just saying that if I had written that joke and then I was like, I should base a whole movie around this joke, I would have to think twice about my instincts. You know what I mean? Because the payoff not worth it.
Well, that's the whole thing is if that scene in the pterodactyl nest was incredible, then you'd have been
Right.
like, "Oh, this is a payoff for
Brilliant.
everything."
Sure,
It
but
is
it's not
one of
good.
the worst scenes in the whole movie.
It's not good at all. So
Actually-
you write backwards and it didn't work out.
Actually, there's one good joke in there.
Is there?
Yeah, there is.
All right. Well, we'll get there. Hold on to your pants, everybody. We'll get there in about an hour and a half.
Hour and a half. So she says, "Let's go test it." They drive to the desert. Here's this fireworks stand, water stand, cave stand. Danny McBride runs it. It's kind of a dark ride, I guess, but I don't know. He also runs a gift store. He makes the weird booby joke, whatever.
Yeah, he does.
They do a whole thing about spending $30. He unveils like the casino he wants to build there, where there's 2 towers, and he'll live with his wife in this one until she disses him, and then he'll live in the other one. And
No,
you're like,
she will live in the other one as a slave and prisoner. That's a direct quote. This is insane work as a character introduction. Even in 2009, this is way too much. This is an unlikable character to like the millionth degree.
Well, this is how we write Danny McBride's character. He goes to the land of lost. He becomes a slave lord.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that would make sense. Which is basically who he plays in This Is the End, when he's got Channing Tatum on a fucking rope.
He's the best part of that whole movie.
I mean, you're right. I agree with that 100%.
Everything he says in that movie is beyond hilarious.
Yeah.
But then again, he's introduced halfway through the movie.
Right. So, and I think we've talked about this. This Is the End is like the exact right amount of Danny McBride for me.
Perfect.
You can't have him from A to Z. It's too much Danny McBride. But if you can pepper him in, he's a nice accent for sure.
And he can play a despicable person that you want to have come back on screen.
100%. 100%.
That's a hard thing to do.
It's a hard thing to do, but this is a tough start. This is like you're really testing my patience with the beginning of this character.
Well, more importantly, he sets up this casino thing, and you're just like, this is forgotten. This is now completely forgotten.
Because it doesn't make any sense. How is he going to get all that money to make a casino?
Well, he has to want money. He has to be like gold. You have to.
Yeah, he should be looking for treasure. Yeah.
He has one very funny joke. That's very rude later on.
Okay. All right.
Okay, they go into the cave on the thing. Boom. There's a slee stack thing because there's a passed down mythologizing of the slee stack.
Sure.
Okay, that's fine.
Sure.
And then the tachyon thing just goes off, and the water starts roiling, and they go to the land of the lost.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, that is the description of the scene, but it just doesn't make any sense because it's not really. They don't really go through a portal, though, Dan.
They don't
You know
show
what
the
I mean?
portal. Nope, they don't show the portal.
Because they're going down this river, and then Will Ferrell's like, "Is there a waterfall?" And Danny McBride's like, "No, this isn't even a real river. Like, this is just a man-made thing.
It's runoff from like a local factory."
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, there's a waterfall, and then like the top of the cave disappears, and then they go down the waterfalls. What are you talking about? This isn't how portals work. It just doesn't add land mass. It doesn't make any sense. It's so stupid. And then later they go through a portal.
Yep.
At the end of the movie, to come home, they go through a portal that opens in the world. So why don't you do that in the beginning?
I'm gonna tell you.
Why, Dan?
Tony.
Explain. If you're making a movie, Dan, why would you make your ingress and egress different from your portal?
I'm going to tell you something, Tony.
All right, yeah, tell me something, Dan. I want to hear it.
I believe at the end of the movie, they don't even show them going through the portal. I think they're just there.
Probably right.
I think they're just
They do go up next to it, and then they have like a conversation. You might be right. I don't know.
I don't think they actually go through the portal. They just like talk about going back.
Yeah, I don't know. It's dumb. This is dumb.
Okay, boom, here they are. There's a bunch of old stuff in the desert. Viking ship, Golden Gate Bridge, Bob's Big Boy.
Well, that's not old. Also, the Golden Gate Bridge still around. So I'm a little confused.
Well, it could be like
full stop.
Well, I mean, you said there's 3 moons, so maybe it's way the future or way not the future. Alternative timelines, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
There's no like their explanation as well. It's the land of the lost, so anything's possible. But that's not quite right. It has to have rules. All right, you have to have rules in your movie.
The joke you make is this is the land of the lost, so it's all lost things. So they should always be finding keys, always be finding songs. I thought things like that, but then there's like the Big Boy is there, and the Golden Gate Bridge. I was like, those things still exist. I could literally walk. Well, it would be a lot. I could drive 30 minutes and I can get to the Big Boy side. They should. Well, it's just a Big Boy. There's fiberglass. There's hundreds of those.
Is there hundreds?
Big Boys?
I only know of 2.
I mean, I know multiple people that own Big Boys.
Wow, Dan, that's a flex. Look at this guy over here. Yeah, I know entrepreneurs.
Yeah, they just have them in their houses.
Wait, their houses?
Yeah.
Wow.
They take up a lot of space.
Aren't they huge?
There's different size ones.
Okay, all right. Because the one I've seen is like really big.
It takes up a whole corner. Like,
all right,
takes up a corner.
Worth it though. It's cool. Oh, yeah. That's a cool visual.
And the Big Boy's eyes are incorrectly painted. By the way, it's a bad Big Boy. I was not
interesting. Happy with it. Maybe that's why it's lost. Is there like a myth about a bad boy? That's not the right.
Yeah, I mean they should have had Amelia Earhart's playing there. They should have had things that are lost.
It disappeared. Yeah,
you know, but part of the Titanic. Okay.
But they didn't. They just have regular things.
Just some stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff that you can matte paint or make or whatever.
Whatever's easiest to make in our little workshop here.
So we set up that the past, the present are mashed together here. Here we see 2 primates or 2 chakas, whatever they're called. I don't remember what they're called.
I don't know.
And they're going to be sacrificing chaka on a thing for a reason that is unknowable.
Totally unknowable. Yeah, he's something like he pooped in the punch bowl or something like that.
Oh,
they say.
Maybe he did poop in the punch.
Something weird like that.
Yeah. Why are you dragging him to a sacrificial altar covered in runes?
It seems very far away from where the town is because it takes them a long time to get back to his village. I don't know.
This was the first sort of funny thing is Danny McBride's character Will says, this is one of the things I've always wanted to have, Bigfoot. And then he puts his hand in his pants. And the implication is that he's going to masturbate to seeing Bigfoot. It's a good joke. But you gotta really go, you gotta go all the way.
You can't half-ass it. You
can't just sort of
joke.
say, I'm kind of doing this.
Yeah. Because then they just drop it.
Yeah, it's just
then
gone.
they just completely drop it.
He didn't masturbate. It's over.
No. Yeah, it's over. And then he gets up and is the one that goes and talks to them. And I was like, nope, you dropped your own bit. Like I assumed they were like, this is too much. this is all too much. That was probably improvised. Danny McBride was just like, I think I'm just gonna jerk off at this part of the movie. I don't know. It could have been very funny.
Will Farrell goes over there, confronts them with a different lighter. I think it's a different lighter, isn't it? It is a different lighter. He gets out, he drops it. They steal the lighter and leave. And then we make a point of, oh, we've given them fire. And you're like,
but nobody really cared.
We're not going to ever deal with that again.
Yep, nobody cared. They're not going to bring it back later. It didn't affect anything in the world. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
They make friends with Chaka, sort of. Then they fall in a hole. Chaka's trying to feel up Holly. I think he's trying to grab Rick's nuts. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, when he goes over and he's like worshiping him, and then he's got his hand right on his package. Yeah,
and then he steals his wallet for no reason. It doesn't mean anything, and it doesn't matter.
Yep, correct.
They get grabbed by a tree that sends these 4 vines down to pick them up to a certain thing and hold them, and then they're trying to get out by swinging back and forth. And then here comes the T-Rex, grumpy, and he tries to bite them,
the tree,
but instead just bites the vines so that they can get out and run away.
Yeah. What? It doesn't make any sense. None of that makes any sense. First of all, and also he's like, this is a feeding ground because there's a bunch of skeletons underneath. So are we led to believe that this is the T-Rex's feeding ground? Because then why would the T-Rex eat the tree and break his tree that he somehow grew to trap things? That's a whole nother thing we'd have to talk about at some point.
How is the tree getting anything out of this situation?
How is the tree? I don't know. Why? This is so banana. It doesn't make any sense.
I got this
None
great
of this
idea.
makes any sense.
It'll be this tree with one branch that sends out vines that grab people. Like, huh?
Okay.
That doesn't make any sense.
Why? For what? I don't understand. What's the tree get out of it?
For what? For why is what we all say.
And then also, like, why do we go through this whole thing of making them do the swinging and then it just doesn't work?
No, they have to do the swinging, then they have to cling, and then one person lets go, and you gotta do a whole bit with it, but they don't even do a bit with it. You're like,
no,
well, I don't understand.
I don't understand it either. There's a lot of things like that in this movie.
They run, and then in the middle of running, they're like, Holly's like, I gotta take a picture of this, and okay, hold it, like, huh?
I do like this part. Did make me chuckle.
Oh, okay.
Because hold the phone. I'm not saying they did a good job. One, they are so far ahead of the dinosaur, it doesn't make any sense. In this movie, dinosaurs seem very slow sometimes.
Well, they run very fast, but they're incredibly slow.
Super slow. Very confusing. I don't know. Maybe that's the past-present thing coming to. I don't know. But I think it's funny because they have the right idea where Danny McBride is doing this reluctantly. He's letting them take pictures like, we got to go. The thing's coming. We got to go. And she does the countdown. 3, 2, 1. And then he poses. The pose is very funny because he has to be panic, and pose. And we got to go. That's funny. It took like 4 minutes for that bit to happen. 19 dinosaurs converged on them and tore them apart in the time that they got this picture up. It doesn't make any sense. If you do that bit in real time, where they're running, where they're like, we got to stop. He's like, why are we stopping? We got to take it. What are you talking about? 3, 2, 1, click, pose. And then they run. That's funny. It has to be quick, though, because they're on the run, Dan. They're on the run, and they stop, and they take a picnic break. Doesn't make any sense.
Everybody does.
Everybody does. And this is not the only time they do this in the movie. Like, there's multiple times in the middle of a chase or an action scene where they're just like, let's stop the action entirely, put the brakes on, and let's just chill a little bit. It's not right. You got to keep going. You got to keep the energy up. Come on.
Because you lose all energy at that point. And you're just like,
you lose the momentum. You lose me giving a shit about anything.
Chaka crosses this one stone bridge, and he tries to destroy the bridge so they can't get across. They get across. Now we set up this whole thing where Will Ferrell says that the dinosaur has the brain the size of a walnut, which is a thing that we were taught when we were kids.
100%.
And
But don't you think that somebody who studies dinosaurs maybe would have learned more?
But he's an idiot.
Is he? Because I've been told he's the smartest man alive.
Eventually, they get to a cave. Cave is going to be base camp. The dinosaur can't get in there, so the dinosaur leaves. Later, the dinosaur throws...
They almost do a bit, Dan. They almost do a bit here that I really like. It's the three of them in the cave. The T-Rex's head is in it. And Danny McBride is like, he's falling. He's looking right at you, man. And Will's like, no, I think he's looking at everybody. There needs to be like a moment where like Will moves and the T-Rex just like fucking follows him around. And they're like, nah, he's looking right at you. But they just drop it.
Yeah.
It's weird.
There's a great bit there. Danny McBride goes over there and he's like, hey, right next to the...
Yeah, like, hello, and doesn't give a shit. Only cares about Will. Yeah, there's a bit there. And they just were like, nah, we'll do something stupid later instead.
Well, you wrote yourself the line.
That's what I'm saying. They set up the bit and then they don't do the bit. Who does that? Why would you do that?
So this is their base camp. They hear music. They go in the other room. There's some other explorers from, I think, World War II. They have a Victrola. They're dead. They're just skeletons. And then Chaka's like dancing to the music.
And he does like a humping thing. I don't know what's going on with that.
We continue. We do some more bits where Rick doesn't want Chaka in the cave. I don't care. And then this is when we do the whole pooped in the well thing. Okay.
Yeah.
The dinosaur then throws something at them. They look at it. It's a giant walnut. And that's the proof that he has a big brain.
Yeah.
Did him having a big brain ever come into play in the movie?
Not in like a direct way, but to the point where he seems to understand English, which is crazy.
That's true.
And he is able to like have anger towards Will. Like he's cognitive enough where he's like, I'm mad at you. And that's why I'm trying to eat you. I don't care. I don't generally eat people. I don't care about people. They don't taste that good, but I'm going to eat you because I don't like you. So in that way, he has a big brain.
So the whole thing should have been about Will Ferrell apologizing to him.
100%. Yes.
Without a doubt. That's the thing you're setting up.
At the bridge, Will Ferrell's making fun of him. He's like, he's got the brain the size of a walnut. And then the T-Rex freezes, turns around, and is listening to him. Like he is understanding he's being made fun of.
He was going to leave.
Their relationship needs to be, but they do a poop joke instead, which I'm sure you just loved to death, Dan.
It's the best joke in the whole movie.
I knew it. I knew it.
It was not the best joke in the whole movie. I didn't like it. I did not care for it. Okay, where are we at? Okay, Rick's making video, talks about eating Chaka, does a whole Iron Chef bit that just, it's so bad. It's
just a dud.
Like I always say, if you do something funny, it can outlast the what it's talking about. If it's funny. Not this.
No, it did not work.
They have food. He opens the food and out come all these spiders, but it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, and it wasn't like he was tricking or anything. I don't know. I didn't get it.
Didn't make any sense. It was a good visual, but it didn't mean anything, and it wasn't fun.
But Chaka just like eats one, so he's generally trying to help. So is this what they end up eating later? Because they have to have eaten because it's been days, and we don't really talk about it other than the joke when they're high. I don't know. Yeah,
they should have eaten the walnut. Didn't eat the walnut. Like whatever. There's a plasma.
That's a lot of walnut too.
Yeah, there's a plasma discharge in the valley, and Will Ferrell character hears Enoch say, "Help me, please." He runs down there. There's a big crystal, and there's tachyon radiation. A bunch of bats fly out of the thing, and they make a Latin Grammys joke, which was funny. Oh, they touch up to the big crystal. And we do a folk order thing where they things. Yeah. And then Danny McBride gets the first joke of the show. He says, "Holly, you should sit on it. Sit on this.
Because it vibrates. Yeah.
That's right.
Dirty.
It's
Dirty joke, Danny
Very
McBride.
dirty joke. All the Sleestacks come out. They're surrounded. What's her name uses her belt. There must have been something in the real show where the little girl used her belt for
Because
fighting
they used the belt 4 or 5 times.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's able to use the belt to beam light off of things unintentionally, which opens a portal which they could go
Will
through.
Farrell's
Will does that?
character, and so he sees the light reflecting, and he's like, "Hang on," and then he shines it into
one of the Sleestack statues. It's a Sleestack statue.
And
There's
then it
4
like
of them.
creates a bing, bing,
They go
bong,
bing,
bong,
bing,
and then
bong,
Chris.
bing, bing.
There's no way he would have known that. It's dumb. It's a terrible plot device thing. It's stupid.
And that
But he opens the pathway.
Yes. And it's this huge, Danny McBride about to get another good joke. This huge dimension. There's Enoch on this plane with this thing of crystals. Danny McBride joke. It's like Stoopy's doghouse because it's bigger on the inside than it's on the outside.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good joke.
Sure.
And then we meet Enoch, and he has been trapped here by the Zarn, who's another Sleestack, and he wants them to try to help him get out to stop the Sleestacks from invading Earth.
Yeah. Yep.
Danny McBride says we can't trust Enoch because he's wearing a tunic.
He's wearing a tunic.
And you can't trust anybody that wears a tunic.
Yeah. I live by that.
This is the point. They're in there talking to him, and then the next scene, boom, they're back in the cave.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
You
don't want to deal with it too much. Yeah, you don't want to deal too much with it, Just come back to the same set you've been on.
Yeah, it was weird. Will Farrell has made a scale model. This person, whoever directed this movie, must have liked scale models because they do multiple scale models in this movie.
They do. That's true. Yeah. Well, Will says he's an enthusiast. So, it makes sense.
Danny McBride's character has a scale model.
Yeah, even though in this scene he makes fun of Will for making the scale model.
He sets up that they're going to get a balloon and...
Right. Very confusing.
Do a whole thing. Okay. Is this the same scene as the hadrosaur urine?
Yeah. So that's the first part. And then the second part is like how we're going to get past the dinosaurs or something.
So, Tony, talk about... You probably like the hadrosaur urine scene.
I actually did like this bit, but probably not the way you I only liked Danny McBride's reaction to the whole thing. Like, he plays it very well because he's doing this like coy, like I'm pretending to be interested, but we all know that I'm just doing it because I'm making fun of you. And he's like, Will's like going on with the plan, yada, yada, yada. And he's just like, wait, hold on a second. I'm just trying to figure this out. So were you underneath a dino dong? With a bucket, like it's funny. The way he does it is very funny, very understated. And then so basically, Will Ferrell has collected urine from a large dinosaur. They ruin the bit by Will enjoying it. Because Danny McBride's like, what was that like? What was that like? And Will's like, it was very relaxing. It's very refreshing. No. That's not the joke. Like, the joke is everyone knows it's terrible. It was a horrible experience, but he did it because he's a scientist and he's got to get this done. And this is his plan. Like, he can't enjoy it because Danny McBride is making fun of him by pretending to be interested. So then you can't have him be like, no, it was lovely.
It's fine.
Because then Danny's like, oh, okay, cool.
Why don't you just tell us it was cool?
Right. It's like, okay, great. Never mind. Everything's fine now. Like, it has to have been a horrible experience, and Danny McBride is just making him relive it, the trauma over and over. I don't know. So they ruined that, but I do like that he puts it on. Will covers himself in urine, and then he does the bit where he's like, put it in your mouth to get it in your bloodstream. That doesn't make any sense. But it's, everybody wants to see him drink pee. It's fine. And then it starts hurting, and he's like, maybe this is the part that made me laugh. He's like, maybe a second splash will calm it down. He puts on some more, and he's like, that immediately made it worse. And I was like,
but he doesn't even do the made it worse really worse.
No.
He
Not
should be
at
like
all.
he should be rolling on the ground in pain.
He should be in like pain. He literally, it's clearly water, right?
then-
because Will just puts it on. He's like, oh no, it's immediately worse. It's immediately worse. It's like, what
And
are you
then-
talking about?
And then what is that? The joke Danny McBride has to make is, you know what you do with Dick Sting? You know, like you get stung by a jellyfish. You got to pee on that. So should I pee on you? Will that help?
Right.
What about if I pee on you?
We got to add it. We got to add more urine to the situation here.
Maybe human urine will fix that.
Counteract the poisons. What is it? What is it? What's in it? Ammonia? Is that what's in pee?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of that ammonia in there. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where I love the idea of this scene.
Yeah.
And I think we could have made it so much better. And that frustrates me.
You have to get
but
there.
I do like the idea.
They go to the place where all the junk is. And then here comes an ice cream truck falls out of the sky. These little dinos feed on it, then the medium-sized dinos, and then here comes Grumpy and then this other dinosaur to feed on the ice cream truck.
Dan, this doesn't make any sense. Okay. So the ice cream truck falls out of the sky.
Yeah. So it's
Like
falling
you've
through one
said.
of the portals.
And Danny McBride is about to go to it.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I got to go get some ice cream. And Will Ferrell stops him and he's like, hold on. There's a reason these dinosaurs are hanging out.
He was being smart
Because
for a
it's-
second there.
But why? But how does he know it's feeding time? Because he's like, because it's feeding time. And then more dinosaurs came and ate the smaller. I was so confused.
Oh,
Are you trying to tell me that every day at the same time the portal drops food into this spot?
maybe. That's why they're hanging out here, because the portal
But we
drops
don't
stuff.
know that.
But the dinosaurs know
if
that.
If this was the beginning of him figuring out the patterns of the portals,
yeah.
then
Yeah.
I'm on board with
Yeah.
it. Otherwise, it's just like he has random knowledge that he doesn't need to have. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I
don't
mean,
know.
it's kind of smart just knowing that the dinos are going to be the place where stuff throws through the portals. Yeah,
For
that
sure.
makes sense. Yeah. So now we do a whole dinosaur chase scene. Will Ferrell does the serpentine joke, which I don't think you can do that joke, right?
What do you mean? Why can't you do it?
Well, because that's like that's an Alan Arkin. That's like other people have done that joke.
Oh, I see. Who's Alan Arkin? I'm kidding. Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, I guess if it's been done it doesn't work in this context because he's not doing it very well or right. And then he's also still screaming serpentine as he's in the dinosaur's mouth, which is silly. So, I mean, this is the gator joke, right? Because, like, the whole thing about, like, alligators or whatever, if you're getting chased on land, they say that you're supposed to go serpentine, right?
Yeah.
But is that even true? I don't even know if that's really true.
I don't know.
I don't want to be in that situation where I have to find out. I'll tell you that.
Just feels like somebody else's joke to me.
Oh, I'm with you 100%. I'm sure it's been done a bunch of times.
Okay, he has to act like a mannequin. He hides in a Hummer, goes back to the ice cream pile, finds a nitrogen tank. They use the catapult. They shoot it at the dinosaur freezes, then the dinosaur explodes. And then there's the tachyon meter. It was inside the dino, but a pterodactyl just comes and picks it up and carries it away.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about the freezing of the dinosaur at all, or should we just move past it?
Why?
How does it happen so fast? It doesn't eat the tube. So you're telling me that its digestion happens so fast?
Okay, let me redo the bit.
Please tell me.
Here comes the dinosaur, right? He's like, Will Ferrell's back there. He's like, hold. And then he goes like this. He goes.
Because that's classic joke.
Is that a classic joke?
Just the holding.
That would have been funny, right?
Yeah, keep going. Yeah.
He then cranks the top of the nitrogen. It starts going, psh, fire, now, boom. And you hear that noise. That noise as 100%. It goes, because we're thinking, I know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Jaws.
Yes.
So I'm like,
that is correct.
What you could have done, this would have been very funny. You shoot the one, right? It's in his mouth, bonk, and he's like, he gets stuck. Then he's like, crank it down again. And then he's like trying to find a rock, and then he fires a rock at it. The rock makes it explode.
There you go. Yeah, then it's an homage.
But it didn't. There was no tension to the whole thing at all.
Well, yeah, no, of course not. There's no tension in this movie. But also, it just doesn't make any sense that means that the digestive tract of this dinosaur, the acid is so strong that it ate through that metal within seconds.
That wouldn't eat through the metal.
Which
ever.
doesn't make sense because later Will Ferrell gets eaten and then pooped out whole by a dinosaur. So these two things can't happen in the same movie. I'm sorry. I know it's a comedy. I know it's silly, but there are rules. You have to have rules. Anyhow.
Yeah.
It's just chaos. Agree. It's absolute chaos. This movie doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I mean, what it should have been at the end, instead of eating him, he should have carried him off.
Yeah, like he's gonna go eat him.
Because it's like in whatchamacallit, it's Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim and his evil twin like go off, and then they come back, and they're all like, "Yeah, we had a talk. It's all good.
We talked it out.
I apologized. I am in the and Will. That's the thing. Will Ferrell can act. That's what's so annoying about this movie. He can act. We've seen
100%.
Okay,
a couple times.
You want to talk about Rick giving up and putting his hand in his pants?
No, because the movie also doesn't want to talk about it. It's two scenes back to back that don't even need to be in the fucking movie, right? Like, I understand beat-wise, if we're going by them Sid Field books, like this is the point where the hero... Whoa, hello? Was I just hearing myself?
Oh, it's okay. I just had my headphones unplugged.
You unhooked your headphones. I was like, I'm hearing an echo.
Stop yelling at me.
So if we're going through them Sid Field books, right, this is the point of the script.
Wait, let's bust out our Sid Field books, kids.
Yeah. If we're going through that, this is like the turn where you have to have him give up, and then he has to make his way back for Act 3. That's a very real thing that happens in a script, right? Like that funny. Is a point in a script that when you pitch it, you can point to, right?
Yeah.
So they were like, well, we got to have it in there. But we don't really want to do it. So we'll just have two scenes back to back where he quits and then doesn't quit. And it is absolute nonsense. Yeah. I got nothing. It was dumb. It was so stupid.
It was terrible. At night, they get attacked by bugs. Oh, we'll do that in a second.
Just one bug, really.
We set up that Danny McBride's had a 6-year dry spell. Chaka sets up that there's very ugly women, but he gets like 7,000 of them or something.
Yeah.
Just a dumb number. Will Ferrell comes back playing the banjo, and he gave up on giving up. We see a mosquito go in his neck. It goes burp, and they're all like, ah. And then he leans over. He's turning white, and he leans over, and there's a gigantic mosquito on his back that has a gigantic thing of blood. He falls backward, kills the mosquito, and should have died. And
then he's fine when he wakes up. So that makes sense.
He's not fine. He has this giant horrible welt on his back. That was so funny.
But he's fine. Like,
I know
yes, he has a welt. Have you ever had a mosquito bite, Dan? Those things itch like hell, and it's tiny. Like, he should be writhing in pain right now. Like, it's insane what's happening.
There's a bunch of
but also he's... Sorry.
There's a bunch of funny bits you can run with that, where he's like, could you scratch my back? And then Danny McBride goes back, and he's all like,
ah!
I don't think you want to scratch that.
No, just to the left a little. Just to the left. I feel something. Yeah, it's just...
I'll pat it carefully.
Instead, they just want a visual gag and then, again, never deal with it, which is fine.
Yeah.
My problem is, like, he's just totally recovered from the blood loss. This dude needs a transfusion with how much blood you just took from him. This is not how bodies work, I don't think.
He gives a speech about the arduous climb that's ahead. They do the climb. He's the one that can't do it. Whatever. They hear the music. It's the chorus line's playing. They get up there. They see the eggs. There's all these eggs on little pedestals. And
I can't wait for this joke that you liked, Dan. I'm on pins and needles.
And then at the back is the thing, and it's going. And then Will Ferrell's like, someone's got to go. And then Danny McBride fake sleeping. Chaka fake sleeping.
That is funny, actually.
It's kind of funny.
Well, it's funny because I know you're faking. And then they drop it again. But it's fine.
No. Danny McBride's like, oh, you're going? He acts like he's waking up. He's like,
I'm awake now. I'll do it. Oh, you're doing it? Okay, good.
And then we set up that he's got to maneuver through there. And if even a drop of sweat touches the eggs, they will be activated and hatch. How much? And then he just sort of walks through there and just
kind of
picks
waddles
up the thing,
through.
And then the song turns off, and then that's what activates them.
And then they hatch. Yep.
And then they all have to sing the song to put them back to sleep.
Oh, is this the joke you like, Dan?
When Chaka sings the last line.
Yeah, sure. When he sings in English.
He then needs to speak English for the rest of the movie.
100%. Yeah. Because it doesn't make any sense. But that was funny.
But the whole setting up of the sweat is the activator, and then they don't do that at all.
Don't do any sweat. I mean, it's a great time for some like Mission Impossible jokes where he has to catch his sweat. Something stupid, or just don't do it. Just don't set it up. Take 2 minutes out of your script because this movie's bloated. We could cut a bunch of it. Just take that part out. Just have him have to maneuver through as if he can't touch him. Like, that's fine.
So since they were so successful, they go and have a pool party at the motel. Chaka brings in this weird fruit drink that is a narcotic. And then they all get stoned. And then Holly decides to turn on the tachyon thing while they're all stoned.
All by herself?
Walks
and then
away.
Leaves all by herself? This doesn't make any sense.
Opens up a portal, goes into a cave with giant crystals, finds Sleestack eggs, and sees that Zarn is a projection and isn't real. So now we know that Enoch is the bad guy. And Holly gets grabbed.
Now, we did miss my favorite joke of the movie.
Oh, the boys are still back there.
Yes.
Here comes this giant crab. It falls into a hot spring and then shoots out its parts for giving them something
Cooked
to eat.
itself. Yeah, it's great.
What do you want to say about what happens with them? It's a whole weird thing.
This is my favorite scene of the movie, Dan.
It's so weird.
They're sitting here high, right? Yeah. They're high / drunk, however you want to look at it. Yeah. And they're eating this giant crab, and they're just like talking about how much they love each other. And Danny McBride is like, "How much would I have to pay you to make out right now?" And I was like, it's so out of left field. I love it. And Will's like, if it doesn't leave the three of us, I'll do it right now for free. I was just like, what is happening right now? But then they ruin it again by not doing it.
They sort of do a thing in the distance, and you can't really tell what's going on.
And then you hear Will's character be like, "I don't want to do it. I changed my mind." No.
We gotta do it.
Nope.
It's gotta be this weird, uncomfortable scene.
We need to watch you make out with this monkey, dude. Like, fur in your mouth. Full on make. I was so mad when they didn't pay this off. Like, why do you have this in the movie then? It's a 4-minute scene of him trying to talk you into making out, and you don't do it? Shame on you. You gotta follow through.
It has to go somewhere. It didn't even go anywhere.
It went nowhere. It went absolutely nowhere, and then we're just into the next scene. Yeah.
And then they wake up. Disappointing. And they're all sort of spooned into each other like they're giving each other blowjobs or something.
Yeah, Danny and Chaka are like 69, which is, it's funny. Although, like, there was, I think in the edit, there was a joke here because if you watch carefully, Danny McBride's eyes open. And then he realizes he's looking at Chakra's dick, and he kind of does this like look around thing. I was like, I'm almost positive there's a moment after that, and on the cutting room floor, he said it's like some sort of a joke
for sure,
which probably should be in the movie. But also, I wanted to know what they were eating because obviously they weren't eating an actual giant crab, right? So, like, what were they eating that should be strewn around them, and it should be gross or funny? But whatever.
Wait, they were eating a giant crab. Oh, you think it was a hallucination? Crab was
real?
Yeah,
I think it's a hallucination.
I think it's real.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
okay.
Well, that'd be very funny, though.
I thought it was going to be a bait and switch.
I thought we were eating a giant crab. Like,
right.
Oh, what is this? It's like
exactly.
mannequins
and I don't know
something.
what it is, but it has to be something.
Yeah.
If it's a real crab, then that's dumber than I thought, and I don't like it anymore.
So the boys wake up. They follow Holly's path. They see two guards, but they're not guards. They're two sleestacks getting on. At the end, so Danny's sitting there. I like this thing. He's like, "Oh, we're getting our own private show." So
yeah, he's dirty. He's dirty. I like him.
They shed their skins, so they put on the shedding and are able to go sneak out to where Enoch is bringing together his
we don't
army.
Get any jokes about how it feels to put on their skin. Really? I expected something gross from Danny McBride in this moment of how it feels to put on their slimy skin. I was disappointed.
So they go out there. We find out now everybody knows Enoch's the bad guy. Holly's in a cage that they're going to lower into the volcano.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
He jumps up there to save Holly. Swing, jump, swing. They get a big kiss. And you're like, wait a second. Has he acted romantic towards her even once?
No, he is not. But that's how much of a genius. His brain is so sexy that he doesn't need to be charming at all. That's what's great about it. Here's my problem, Dan, is that all of the sleestacks just kind of fall into the lava pit in this scene. Yeah. There's like 10 of them around watching this thing go down, and he's just swinging back and forth, and they are just kind of falling into the lava, and then they're all gone, and they won. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, I think what's his name coming?
Yeah. Enoch's on the way because they sent Chaka out to get him.
Yes,
correct.
So Enoch is on his way. And then this is when the invasion force shows up, and then we get one good line in the whole movie, explanation line, and he says, I'm going to send these, 50, 70, 100 sleestacks through. They breed so quickly, they'll take over the world. I'm like, okay, that's a good line since you don't actually have an army.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Grumpy comes back, and then he just starts killing. He kills all the sleestacks, and then Will Farrell tries to fight him and has a bag of fireworks. That was a funny line. Danny McBride gives him a bag of fireworks and says, here's this bag of fireworks that I brought with me. And he's like, this whole time you've had a bag of fireworks and you haven't, we could have used these so many times.
Yeah.
Will apologizes, follow you into battle. He picks up the staff.
I like this bit.
Yeah.
But it needed to be fine-tuned a little bit. The whole like, I'll follow you into battle anytime. He's like, how about now? It's like, I didn't expect you to ask for that favor so quickly.
Too soon.
So for this one, I'm gonna have to say no. Like it's funny. It needed to be like tightened a little bit, but it's a funny bit. Danny McBride can be funny, guys. That's just what it is.
He picks up a staff. The staff gets knocked away. He tries to roam a candle. It fails. Drops the lighter. It gets stomped on. He picks up the staff again. And then we had this line, it's your own damn vault, which was said at some point. And so he's like, that's the key. I have to vault over the dinosaur?
But so my question is why? Because he's not trying to escape. He was he was supposed to be the distraction while the other two ran away.
Well, there should be some weapon that's going to be effective somewhere.
No, I agree with you, but there's not, Dan. No. Don't add things to this movie. There's nothing on the other side of the dinosaur that helps him in any way in this situation. So this doesn't make any sense. If there was something, this is a fun moment, and I really like it, and then he pole vault, you can tell what happens. But there's no reason for him to try to pole vault over the T-Rex. It doesn't make any sense.
There is no reason.
So then what happens, Stan?
He pole vaults right into the dinosaur's mouth. The dinosaur swallows him and then leaves.
Which is like a funny visual. You know,
Yeah,
like
it's funny.
it just directly into his mouth, like not even close. That's great.
Okay, here comes the sleeve stack army. Holly tries to fight them with her belt. Doesn't really work. Danny McBride picks up Chaka to use him as a battering ram. That
doesn't even make sense.
Sword doesn't work.
But that's fine. Of course it doesn't work. It doesn't make any sense.
And then
Stupid.
Here comes Rick back riding on top of Grumpy, who kills them all.
Yeah.
And we find out that Rick passed through his intestines out his butthole. That's why he smells like shit. And then whilst doing that, he dislodged a bowel obstruction, and that makes Grumpy's no longer grumpy, and that means he and Rick are now friends.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It's so stupid. That's such a convoluted way to solve that relationship. Unnecessary. And so this whole poop thing, they try, basically it's the same setup as the pee joke earlier, where Danny McBride is like gently prodding Will about the situation because, you know, they kind of know what happened and they're like, I'm pretty sure this guy got shit out. And so first of all, they didn't do it right the first time. So then coming into the second one, they're already starting on loose ground. But they just don't stick the landing. Like, that's a very simple bit to play where, like, we know what happened, you know what happened, but you're lying to us. So we're going to pretend we don't know what happened so that you have to face the embarrassment of telling us that you just rode out a feces chute. All right. You got to tell us what happened. And I don't know. They just don't do it. They don't do it right. That's it. Just disappointed. I'm not even mad, Dan. Just disappointed.
Just disappointed. So they go inside where Enoch is in the portal, and then they open a portal back to their place, and then they wrestle Enoch, and stuff happens. And they break a crystal, and the thing's starting to break down.
Line. There's one good line where Will Ferrell goes, I wrestled
for Purdue.
At Purdue. And the bad guy goes, yeah, JV.
Oh, is that what he said? I didn't hear that.
That's what he said. And I was like, that's a really stupid line for your alien guy to have, but I liked it. Very funny.
So they're going to go through the doorway, and Danny McBride's staying behind.
Yeah.
And they just get back home. And he stayed behind, and then he goes to their place where Chaka lives, and what he considers ugly
best
ladies.
Joke of the movie.
Oh, what's the best joke of the movie?
Oh, you didn't think this was... So he's got Chaka on his back. He's giving a piggyback ride all the way back to his village, basically. They get to the village, and a gaggle of women are running up the hill, and Danny McBride goes, this is what your women look like? And he throws Chaka off. He's like, hey, be cool, man. It's a great little moment. It's awesome. It was wonderful. I loved it.
And then the epilogue is that he goes, Will Ferrell's character goes back
to Matt Lauer.
And they fight again.
Yeah, great. I'm so glad we hit that again, because we really liked it the first time. So it's good.
Oh, dear. Yeah, this movie was hard to watch.
Yeah, I mean, it's not great, right? Thank God for Danny McBride, which, I don't say all the time.
Wow. I'm going to clip that.
Listen, we both agree he's the best part of the movie. It is what it is. You can't fight it.
Yeah, I don't know that I laughed at any of Will Ferrell's bits that I can remember.
You said that he had one bit at the beginning. You were like, there's one bit, and then you never talked about it, I don't think.
The insect. The insect. I like that.
Okay. That's not really his bit,
that's
though.
That's a script's bit. You're right.
Yeah, that's not,
That was all in the script.
But yeah, you're right. Yeah. You're right. That's funny. Yeah. Not great.
Not great, but,
we've seen worse.
Much worse. At least there were a few things to laugh at. And
amen to that.
The movie looked pretty good. The sea stacks were funny because they were kind of dopey costumes.
Yeah, quite on purpose, obviously. But like the dinos and stuff, they weren't the worst thing I've ever seen.
Oh.
Especially for 2009. 2009.
Now we talk about something we like this week.
Yes.
There's a new Eddie Murphy documentary.
Is it good?
Super fascinating, super great.
Okay. Yeah.
He never did drugs or alcohol or anything.
That's great.
That's
unfortunate that his career still didn't go as well as he would have hoped.
His
but
career went great. When you see the whole
for
thing,
a while,
he's just like, there's ups, there's downs. He's
that's true.
And it's like there's movies that, like the Dr. Doolittles and the ones where he wears the masks and plays all the characters. They're not for me, but those movies were very popular. They did very well, and he loved doing them. They
do seem fun because you get to just fuck around, do a bunch of different things. Yeah.
And there's a lot of things like that sort of delve into why he loved those movies, because it was a childhood thing. He had a lot of childhood things.
Sure.
And when they really talk about like all the doors he opened, that Richard Pryor and the earlier guys couldn't open, it was Eddie Murphy that really just opened. He did the first rom-com with 2 black leads. They were like, you can't do this. And
that's
he's
huge.
Like, yeah, I can. I can do this.
Yeah, I can. I think I'm gonna. So let's do it.
And for every sort of dopey comedy, you're like, oh, okay.
And to be fair, I love the dopey comedies.
Well, there you go.
Dr. Dolittle was my childhood. Like, I love Dr. Dolittle.
That's great.
But obviously, Beverly Hills Cop, one of my favorite movies ever made. So you got 48 Hours, Trading Places, Beverly Hills Cop. Oh.
You made those 3 movies in a row. You're like,
unreal.
Very few people in their entire lives, or very few actors, even the best of the best, had 3 movies in a row like that.
Yeah,
it's impossible.
Bangers, absolute bangers. And let's just remind everybody that Beverly Hills Cop Axel Foley on Netflix is fantastic, and you should watch it if you didn't watch it.
And he talks about his love of ventriloquism.
Is that real? Did not know that.
You'll have to watch the movie.
I got it. Yeah, it is on my list. I saw it. I was like, I have to watch that.
There are some things
Murphy
in this
fan.
movie that you're just like,
it's just a little.
What the fuck? I'm not going to tell you, but I am going to.
Yeah, don't spoil it. Spoilers, Dan. We're all very excited now.
The only spoilers are my favorite parts of the ventriloquist parts.
Okay.
You're gonna be like,
I have to watch it like ASAP.
What are you talking about?
This sounds great. Oh, Eddie Murphy.
What do you got for us, Tony? Dan,
I've been very busy.
Should be a lot of things.
It's been 2 weeks, but I've been very busy. So here's what I'll say. Finding Mr. Christmas, I don't know if I talked about that 2 weeks ago or not, is back. It's the best. We love that show. I hope everyone tuned in to Yahoo Finance Invest 2025. Great show. We that was last Thursday. Word is we crossed 7 million viewers globally, so that's pretty good for us.
You produced a show that had 7 million viewers?
I didn't produce it. I was part of the crew, though.
Oh, wow.
I was one of the DPs. Yeah.
Who was your star?
So our lead host is Brian Sazi. He's our executive editor. Oh. And then we have Josh Lipton, Allie Canal, Brooke De Palma, whose name I hope Julie doesn't watch this because I don't remember Julie's last name. Although we have like 5 or 6 hosts.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it went really well. Everyone was really happy. Had some great guests. Had some terrible guests, as you do when you're talking about finance bros. Eric Trump was on the show.
You got to hang out with Eric Trump? You got to party with him?
No. He came in via Zoom and not to get political.
Just the energy level just shot up. Everyone was just like, this is electric.
Yeah, it went through the roof, dude. Everyone was so excited.
Oh, we had this really stupid guy on. Cool.
But it was a good show. Everyone seemed really happy. So I hope you all tuned in. 10 hours of financial news. Come on, baby. So good.
10 hours. That's a lot of financial news.
Dude, it was a long day. It was great. Let's see. What else did I watch? I rewatched Minecraft on the plane.
That was
still
fun.
Kills me.
That was fun.
Still cracks me up. There's some really good stuff in that movie. I mean, it's stupid, but there's some really good stuff in that movie.
Some good jokes in that movie.
Yeah. Steve.
Chicken jockey or something.
Yeah. Chicken jockey. Yeah, you nailed it.
I remember. Okay, we need a movie for next week. We need a good one.
Talk to me.
We need a good one.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's
this time we
hit
need
it out
a
of the
good
park.
one. We need a movie with a star,
Yeah.
concept,
Great.
Paul Walker's timeline.
Yes. Is that what we're doing?
Sure, why not?
Dan, I love it. I'm so excited now. Everybody join in this next episode. You're going to love it. I haven't seen this movie since my high school girlfriend. I won't say her name. She would kill me if she ever found out. My high school girlfriend obsessed with this movie.
You're not allowed to invoke her name?
I don't think she wants to be associated. It didn't end well. I was not a great guy.
Really?
It didn't end super well.
Okay.
So I think she probably still hates me. And if somebody told her, because we're all still friends, so if someone told her that I talked about it doesn't matter. Anyone who knows me probably knows who this is. Anyhow, she was obsessed with this movie, dude. She used to watch this movie all the time. She had a real thing for Paul Walker. I mean, so do I. I love Paul Walker. So I've seen this movie 20 times back in like the early 2000s, probably. So get ready, everybody. I haven't seen it in 20 years.
Is this like a classic, like the Emilio Estevez one where they pull him forward in time to harvest his body? Is it something like that?
Repo Men or whatever that is?
I don't know what that was called.
No, I don't know if it's quite that good, but it is good. I think you're really gonna like it, Dan.
Oh, I think I'm really gonna like it.
You got Paul Walker. Let's see, Paul Walker, Gerard Butler.
G-Butt.
I feel like there was one other dude in it that was like huge at the time, but I don't remember. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
I'll do me some G-Butt.
Yeah, 13% on Rotten Tomatoes critic score. I mean, that's really good. What's audience score? Like 40s? 40%. That's great.
Isn't that half of what this was? Was it Land of the Lost like 26%?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Land of the Lost. Great stuff.
Okay, we'll be back with some Paul Walker next week. If you like the show, give us a thumbs up. Maybe watch some of our old shows. Subscribe. Leave a comment. We had a couple comments on Superman. It was young people, so I couldn't understand what they were saying.
Oh, that young vernacular. I can't understand it.
It's like the ChatGPT has stopped them. Oh, you get yelled at now, Tony. This is when I yell at you. You can't put a goddamn AI promo at the front of our show.
Wait, what did I do?
You put some weird AI thing on the front of one of our shows. Like
oh yeah, I did. Yeah, the Halloween episode.
Yeah, Tony, you can't do that.
Hilarious.
You can't do that. We hate AI here.
Do it. No, I love AI. It makes me crack up, man. I'm trying to get in good with the AI, so when they take over, they bring me with them, Dan. No. That's my ultimate game plan.
We're part of the resistance. Am I going to have to fight you? Is that what's going to happen when the AI comes?
Yes, we will have to AI. If you're listening, I'm on your side. I'm on your side. I'm on your side. I will go with the Terminators. All right? Are you kidding me? Unless Linda Hamilton's here, and then in which case I'll switch.
I get Linda Hamilton.
then I'm on the side of the Terminators. All right? That's the only reason I'd be on the side of the humans. You can farm me. It's fine, AI. I don't mind.
I'm not getting in trouble for you putting AI on our thing. And
Do people get in trouble for that?
Yeah,
why do you get in trouble?
With their wives. If she found out, you would be so dead, Tony.
Oh, she's anti-AI?
I'm anti-AI.
So is Naomi. She yelled at me, too. I thought it was hilarious.
Who do you think? I'm an artist. Whose job does this steal? You work in tech.
No.
They're going to want to steal your job as soon as possible.
Yeah, they're going to definitely steal our jobs. You can't fight it. It's gonna happen.
You gotta
We're in
it.
What is it? The fourth industrial revolution right now. You just gotta ride the wave, baby.
I'm so glad I'm gonna be dead soon.
Hey, Dan, you got 20 years left, big guy. You're in real trouble.
What a nightmare.
More than that. You know what? That was too short. You got 40 years left.
Not a chance in hell.
I think you're hitting triple dig. I really do.
101, baby.
Wow.
Okay, I'm going to go have lunch because it's very late.
I'm going to turn all of our intros into AI now.
You better not.
I'm going to do it right now.
You got to fix it.
Right now. It's going to be great. You're going to love it.
My face in there. Bah!
First of all, I would love that. I think that would enhance the AI by 10%. It's going to be great. All right, no more AI. It's fine.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Hey,